Here's my full brand identity process that I worked on for a home improvement business in Sydney. So it's a local client that I worked with. It's a real project. I'm going to show you all the steps that I did to create the design and the brand identity. So yeah, just jump into it and let's do it. And just a reminder, if you do love this content, please hit that like button and subscribe. It really helps out the channel, and hope this helps you. So let's get into it. So first off, I had a brand discovery workshop. Now, this consists of me jumping on a quick call with them for about an hour to 2 hours, and we broke down the business. As you can see, I got key details like name, the stakeholders, the industry, and the location, and then we broke down the brand soul. So went through like Golden Circle, Simon Sinek's Golden Circle, the why, the what, the how, why do you exist in business, going through the purpose and the vision, went through the brand values as well. So we came up with these 3 values: good service, quality, and honest. Had a personality slider as well, went through the tone of voice for a more casual, practical, down-to-earth approach. The archetype we chose was the everyday man, so very friendly, humble, authentic person, like a handyman, family man type of person. Then we broke down the services, so they install security doors and blinds in new homes for say a family moves into a new house, and they install, grills and secure locks on the doors. And break down the USP, the end benefit to the user, features, and then we went through the audience and customers. So we went through the primary customer here, as you can see, the demo and psychographics. We had a secondary customer as well, so there's the image. Then we went through the buyer's journey, how they come to awareness, consideration, and decision when they're going to buy. So broke down that process, and then we went through the competitors. So I looked up some of the sites, and he mentioned some sites as well. And so this part is really focusing on the outliers, the indirect and the direct competitors for the brand. And then we wrote some other little notes here, and the timeline, basically this was it. And that's basically it. I do actually have a brand discovery template. If you want my one that I use, I will put a link in the description below. You can actually check that out and use it. It's for people who love using Illustrator, because that's all I have. Now, from this workshop, I jumped into doing stylescapes. So typically I'll do mood boards or stylescapes. 3 stylescapes. So this is how I presented it. I've got the personality slider like this. So I took that from the discovery phase to help us stay on track on the vibe. So, we want modern, bit friendly, affordable, bit minimal, nothing too serious. And then I broke down the competitors. So I got their logos and their brand colors on their website, and this is how I just laid it out. I tried to avoid these colors. So you can see lots of blues. You got Winston and Doors Plus. These 2 are the biggest in Australia. They're very popular, so they use pink and yellow and blue. So I try to avoid that. And then I created these 3 stylescapes. So we had one more affordable, modern, and friendly. Those were the keywords I wanted to highlight in this one. And we've got sort of this older middle-aged man. So I've got examples of like maybe icons of the typography, some examples of how it could look like on, social media, some imagery there. It's a bit blurry, so the links are probably missing, but that's fine. Did this project in 2023. And so we've got this one as well. This one's a bit more masculine, serious, but modern with the bold colors, blue, and this red. More tactile, more utilitarian, bold shapes and forms, and maybe coming up with a logo or pattern. You can see I like to do like examples of like what a logo could look like. And then we did this one more minimal, clean, more white space. This one was more sophisticated. I really liked this direction, but he didn't want this direction. I thought this was going to be a cool idea, like the lock and the H or something. As you can see there, it's a little icon. And then I basically showed the 3 options, and he really liked option 1, but he liked the logo, this logo from option 2. He liked the bold text. So after this, I went into designing. So here's the artboard, pretty messy. You can see I just went off, we've started doing different designs. As you can see here, went for like a shield logo, went for like blinds and a sun or something, then focus more on the H with the door opening up. I had this option with like sharp cuts in it, which looked really cool with like the lock. I thought this was a cool idea. Focusing more on the blinds here. Let me do this. So you can see I had a lot of different variations. And then I thought about like a castle for strength and security, like a fort type of thing. And you can see all the shapes just broken up there. I started playing with colors, and then I started putting the directions together with some types. So I had some lowercase options. I really like this gradient. This felt modern too. You can see here's some of the early options that I had. So you got the H, the lock, and the house. And I thought it was a simple and clever And these were some other options, maybe playing with some different colors. For the identity system, I had some slogans that I was using, and you can see the progression here, so different colors. And I created some custom icons here. And then the pattern, and then I was like playing around. This was like one of my final options I had. And business cards, as you can see. And then what else? And I was playing around like some like layouts, what we put the images in the H, what would the pattern look like. So here was the initial just straightforward design. And then what I did, I took this and put it in a presentation. So because it was a small business, I didn't have to do too many slides, but I did 2 directions. So went through the project goal, brand summary, the positioning statement, the brand values, the brand voice, the key brand messages. So I came up with these. I did use a bit of ChatGPT to help me out to come up with some more ideas. Came up with these. I think these are really solid. Had the slider again, the stylescape selection, and then just some little extra slides there. And then I break down the logo so you can see black and white. Breakdown, the construction of the logo, variations, competitors, how it looks like. So it looks very different. Feels modern and clean, bold. Here was the old logo they had, so they changed the name. So it was a full rebrand. Typography, and then we got like brand colors, some mock-ups, and then the brand assets. So patterns, icons, the business card, Facebook page, photography, and then direction 2. Came up with this direction, so a little bit different. So you've got the H and the blinds on the door there. And so this direction is more orange, more a sunset vibe. And that was what I presented literally to the client. And then deck 2, so I went for around revisions on a different page. You can see I got some, like, my upload's a bit messy there, but I didn't obviously show them that. But here was the second iteration. He liked this concept, but I did like this arc effect, which was cool, made it look like an arc window. And he liked the door handle. I didn't really want that little knob there, just because it's a bit distracting. Like the white space messes up. It's too small. Like you lose the detail. But this one, I really like this version here. And you can see, break it down, real nice, explaining my rationale, my thinking, coming up with different variations, like a badge, stacked version. This one popped through really well. Eventually he actually decided to go with this version. Similar stuff, we've got the, how the van will look like, t-shirts, and then I did a landing page as well, landing page design. I'll show you that in a second. And that was the round 2, and after that, you can see I did the landing page. So using the simple fonts, the tag, the main slogan we found was "Step into comfort and security." So I thought that worked really well. Focusing on the expertise, using some of these like fort elements from the H there, some imagery. We wanted to keep it like family orientated because we'll focus on like young families and the parents. Created these custom icons for him as well. Testimonials, FAQ, and then the bottom footer. So I was really happy with this. It was good. He had a developer, so I didn't get to build it, but he was the design for that. And then and then he was happy with it. And then I created the brand guidelines for him. So it's what the brand guidelines looked like. All these slides here. Tone of voice. You've got the taglines, keywords, what not to do with the logo, clear space, logo variations, color palette, color combinations, examples of like the fonts, how it could be used, font from FontShare. You can see some of this stuff here. cool. And I did this all in Illustrator, no Figma, no InDesign, just keeping it really cool. Vehicle wrap, and then the website. So here was the guideline. So that was the whole process of creating an identity and a website design for a small business, local business, something that's different. You know, sometimes you don't have to do all the fancy tech SaaS startups, these big companies. Sometimes you can just do a brand for your local business that's around you, you know what I mean? So hope you enjoyed this process. Hopefully you get something out of this. I do rush through it pretty quick because I don't want to, you know, make it too boring and, you know, spend time focusing on the same thing. So, but I hope you, as a beginner, you get some ideas as a designer. If you do want to learn brand identity and logo design, I actually have full courses on Skillshare. I will put a link in the description below. You can click it. It's a referral link, so I do get a kickback, but you get 1 month free on Skillshare. But I have all my 30 plus courses on there. Some are old, but some are new on there. You can check my logo design ones and my brand identity ones, and I even have a freelance one on there that will really help you grow as a designer and get better and do exactly what I did just now. So check it out. Hope you have an awesome day. And if you want to watch some more, I do have a video on another project I did work on, a real client. I'll show you the whole logo design process here. Check it out.